Uh, so, this is the same chapter, the noun. So, you can turn to page number 24 and you can see some of the exercises. So, you have to do all these exercises. You have to circle the odd one, like Alice, Amy, Angela, boy. So, among these four, Alice is also the name of a person, of a girl. Amy is also the name of a girl. Angela is also name of a girl. So these three of them are similar because we are giving the name to girl. These are the names of girls, of three girls. Okay, but the boy means among the four of them, boy is only the odd one. So you have to circle the odd. That means boy. You have to circle. And similarly with the things. You have to, and in question number Z, you can see rewrite the sentences with capital letters in appropriate places. So Bittu visits Agra every year in January. So as I told you that while writing nouns, or while we write the word that is noun, you have to start with capital letter. So Bittu, you can see that Bittu is written in capital letter because this is noun, okay, naming word. Visits Agra. Agra is also naming word. So, but you can see that there it is not starting with capital letter. So you have to just rearrange, or you have to rewrite the thing. That means you have to write Bittu visit Agra. Agra it is given, but you have to change the small letter into capital letter. So every year in January. January is also the name, proper name, no? So you have to write J. It is written in small letters, so you have to convert it to capital letter. And in for question number 2, 3, 4, 5 also you have to do. So now we are going to learn about countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns, you know that countable nouns are the nouns that can be counted, and uncountable nouns are the nouns that cannot be counted. Okay, so some nouns can be counted. So there are so many nouns and there are so many names or the nouns which can be counted, and some of them cannot be counted. So with those nouns which can be counted, these are called countable nouns. They have both singular and plural forms. So in case of countable noun, what we all have to remember is that countable nouns have both singular and plural forms. Okay, that means that can be in singular form or in plural form. For example, you can see car and cars. You can see that car means only one car, okay, but cars means many car, maybe 2, maybe 3, like that. So that means this can be counted, and these are in car and cars. It is given in singular and plural form. Cars, we can count the cars. Coin, we can count the coin. And boxes, so we can count. You all know that we can count 1 box, 2 box, like that. 1 coin, 2 rupee coin, you can count this one because they are countable. These all are noun and this all can be counted, and it is given, this both are given in, these 3 of the things are given in singular and plural. Car is singular because 1, only single, and plural means many, okay, so many, like maybe 2, maybe 3. And coin is refer to 1 only coin, and coins means maybe 2, 3, like that. Box, 1 box, boxes means so many. And you can see here that we have learned about countable nouns. That means countable nouns are the nouns that can be counted, okay. And now we are going to learn about uncountable nouns. Some nouns cannot be counted. These are called uncountable nouns. They do not have a plural form. That means the nouns which cannot be counted, okay, which we cannot count, which cannot be counted means we cannot count 1, 2, like that. So those are called uncountable nouns. And you have to remember that uncountable nouns do not have plural form. That means they are only in singular, okay. We cannot say that, we cannot say we cannot convert them into plural form. So for example, here we can see that milk, honey. These are the things which we cannot count. That means these are the nouns which we cannot count, because we cannot say some milk or some honey. So plural, I said that uncountable nouns do not have plural forms. They are only in singular form. And as for example, you can see that we cannot say some honey, give me some milk. We cannot say like that, no, because if it was in plural form, or if it was counted, it can be counted, it could be counted, we can say 2 milk, 3 milk, like that. But those are the things we cannot count. So that is the reason these are called uncountable nouns. And turn to page number 25. You can see tick here. Tick for the countable nouns and cross for the uncountable nouns in the given list. One has been done for you. So what you have to do here is you have to give the tick, okay, for the nouns that can be counted, or for the countable noun. But you have to give the cross for the uncountable nouns, okay. And here you can see the example caps. Caps comes under countable nouns, because those can be counted. Caps, 2 caps, 3 caps, 4 caps, you can say, no. And money, and that is the reason it is given tick. Money also you can count, and so you have to give tick. Dogs also you can count. Tables also you can count, so you have to give tick. But salt, in case of salt, you cannot count 1 salt, 2 salt, like that. So that is the reason this comes under uncountable nouns. So you have to give cross. Fish also you cannot, you can count. So you have to give tick. Eggs also you can count. So you have to give tick. Buses also you can count. You have to give tick. And similarly with mud, you cannot count the mud, so you have to cross the thing. Water also you cannot count, so you have to give it cross. If the water was in that case, the water, two water bottles, that bottles you can count, but only water you cannot count, because those are all uncountable nouns, and that is the reason you have to give here cross, okay. Now we are going to learn about concrete and abstract noun. So read the following word: cotton, juice, bag, women, teacher, chalk. So here are some words given. All these are the nouns that you can see, touch and see. They have shape and size. Such nouns are called concrete nouns. You can feel them with your hands. So cotton, juice, bag, women, teacher, chalk. These all are the nouns that you can see and touch. That means you can feel it with your hands. That is the reason these are all called concrete noun, and especially concrete nouns have shape and size. You can see teacher you can see, no, you can see and you can touch teacher. And chalk also you can see the chalk, and you can also feel it with your hand, and the chalk has their own size. So these all are called concrete noun. But now in the next para you can see, read the following words: kindness, honesty, truth, beauty, wisdom, sympathy. So these all are the words or the nouns that you cannot touch and feel. You cannot touch and see, but you just can feel the noun, these things, okay. Kindness, you can just feel the kindness. You cannot see and you cannot touch the kindness. Similarly with honesty, you can see that the person is honest, but you cannot touch the honesty in him. Truth, beauty, wisdom, sympathy, you can all just feel the words, okay. Such nouns are called abstract noun. These are called abstract noun. These all are ideas. These all are just ideas, okay. And the things that we can experience or we can feel them in our hearts, because kindness, honesty, truth, beauty, wisdom, sympathy. These all are the things we can feel them with our hearts, and they do not have any shapes and size. Okay, so you have to remember the thing that concrete nouns are the nouns that you can see and touch, but abstract noun are the nouns that you cannot see and touch, but you can just feel, or you can just experience, and you can feel them by your hearts. So this is the difference. So here are some works to be done, and another one is collective noun. The collective noun is a name given to a group of persons, animals, or things. Collective noun means all the nouns, or collective nouns means the things in collection, okay, in groups, okay, all the persons in group, all the animals in groups, all the things in group. So that means collective noun is the collection, okay, collection of nouns. You can see here that a cricket team has 11 players. So team is written in red color, so that means team is collective noun, because to form a team, or to form a football team or some other team, you have to collect people. So that means that is the collection of people. That means team has 11 players means collection of 11 players. Okay, team means when 11 players are together, that means they will become one team. Similarly with there are 40 students in a class. Class means, that means in a class there will be many students. So we can, if there is only one student, we cannot say that it is that is a class, because in the class that there will be only one person. So but if there are many, or the collection of students like 40 students in a class, that means they are called collections of persons. So here team and class are the collections of persons, so they are called collective noun. They are in collective form. In page number 26 you can see the things given. Okay, fill in the blanks with suitable collective nouns given in the box. So there are, you can see bundle, library, swarm, team, crowd, army. These are the words given, so you have to write it in a proper places. Like a dash of book, a collection. Okay, collection means books, that means a bundle of books. You cannot say a bundle of book. Library of books, that means library. When you enter a library, that means you can see there are so many, there will be so many different books. That means library is the place where you can find a collection of books. That means that library comes under collective noun. So you have to write a library of books. A dash of bees, a group. Okay, group, you have to imagine a bees, B-E-E-S means group of bees. That means what you have to write is, you cannot say bundle of bees. That means you have to write swarm of bees. You have to write it here. A dash of people means a crowd of people you have to write, because collection of, we are talking about collective noun. That means crowd will be the proper right answer. A dash of players, a team of players. A dash of sticks, that means a bundle of sticks. And dash of shoulders, that means an army of shoulders. And in another one you can see match the pictures of to the collective noun. So here are some words given, and these all are the collective forms of the things, okay, given here. Bouquet, you can see collection of flowers is called bouquet. Cluster of stars, you can see stars, okay. And fleet of sheep, you can see so many sheep, no, collection of sheep. So you have to write flock of birds. You can see so many birds, collection of birds. Collectively you can call it flock. Herd of sheep, you have to write the answer. So bunch of keys, you have to do it similarly.